So the other thing we're planning on doing is we're going to screw the cylinder head to the edge of the bench. At that we're going to try and secure it really good, but just keep it from sliding off the bench. So let's down through the screws here. Something hold it in place. That should keep it from sliding out over the edge. Now what we're doing here is we're making these little S-hooks out of some that there's only 1/4 ready wrap. So what we're going to do, we're going to bend who to the shape what it needs, slide in the holes here. So when we put our pipe in, this will help support it. So that is only too hard to do. Make one roughly the shape, and the rest of it is just put in the vise here and just pull it to get your shape. As you see, she's starting to come under now, so just see where you need to bend it to hold the plate, and then you start back the other way. She's starting to come under now, so we may have to fix it a little bit when we get it in there, but it's pretty well getting the idea of it there, right? So we'll take it and just cut them out. The plan is to insert it in the head. There's butterfingers today after dropping everything. So we put this pipe in here. Again, we got the head set on 75 with the angle gauge. So click it on the magnetic part. That, so we got the same angle. So we put these in here. So I really should have put them on before we hit the first one. So that cuts back ahead. But when it gets so up to where you got to go, the hooks, like I said, we had to bend them to get them right where we're at, but the hooks will support and hold it up to the pieces that we're using. So straighten this one up here now and get a final fit onto it, and let's have a look pretty thing. Okay, so back again. So we had the head screwed to the bench, set on a 75-degree angle, and our J hooks are in place. It was a lot easier to put them in the middle ones. We look down, we got it pretty well level. This one is actually entered in the back of here, you can see, so it dumps out right by the last exhaust port. I think the firewall is back here, so lots of room there. But when we measured earlier, looked at earlier, we knew this exhaust port here has to go into the side of the bend, of the 45-degree bend. So like I said, it was a rough measurement first. I think we had like a 10.5 inches or whatever. So but looks at this thing from here to the corner of here, it has to go back 2.5 inches. So I have another mark right here. It's kind of hard to see, but anyway, we have another mark right here. So I'm going to cut this much off, re-weld this piece onto here, and again we're only going to tack it. I don't really want to take the turbo off my Firebird, but I'd like to know how I got to clock this piece here for the flange and for the turbo to sit in, for it to clear or whatever. Right? So anyway, right now we'll saw this off, move this piece back to here. That way this will line up with here, and then we'll have the mark the other ones here, here and here for the other exhaust tubes. So we cut this off and we'll lay it back in place and we'll have another look at it. So we just welded it short and put it back together. And see now we can fit it on this and see how she lines up. Of course you won't be able to tip it in like this when all the rest of the pipes are on. So we got it back roughly for the time being, and you see we have she's pretty straight again there. And what we're also looking at is when we fix her up before we does any final welding, looking to see if this is straight up and down, because that got to go down between the frame. And the biggest thing of all with it is spark plugs. So you see, like I said, Tommy goes up there, there's it's still a gap there, gear gap, and all the rest of them won't have a problem either. You see. So what we'll do now is we'll get the rest of the weldings, and we'll put some holes here and here, and like I said, I'm only going by what they do in the other videos, but what they do is they put a piece of schedule 40, which I have here, and it goes in there, and it goes from there directly into here. So that'll probably be a little harder one, because you'll end up having to push it through from the inside, take it out, push it through from the inside, mark the hole, and cut the hole, then put it all back in, and put all these back on to weld it. So really, other than taking these and dropping them down in the holes, this one here is a really important one to do next, I guess. So, and that's the thing about having the turbo, because if I need to clock this out further, tip it this way at the angle, I still have to keep this piece straight, but I tip it out here, because if I look at the turbos, and I was looking at the one on my car, the flange is here. So the flange will go on here, so it's obviously not going to stay there. So the flange goes on here, turbocharger sits here, and it goes up right here. So nice to have something you can lay onto it, just to see how high it actually goes. Does it interfere with like I said, the valve covers or the coils? So that'll be the next step. So I may have to get a loan of the turbocharger, or take the one off the car, and let's see what we're going to put on here, because you can't really make this or weld this to see how far we got to tip it out. Okay, so we just come back off the drill press, and what I also do is I drill some holes on the corners of where I'm putting the weld nail to. So it's not necessary, but like I said, as you can see right there, I only got one of them cheap plasma cutters, so it's easier to start when you already got a hole, and this is pretty thick, so it just, you know, goes around from one hole to the next hole, and then I clean it all up with a dog grinder. So it makes it a little easier for starting off with the plasma cutter as well. So alright, so we'll cut these out and start cleaning. Yeah, okay, so she's still smoking a bit, but and you can see some of the stuff down there. Having some slag knocked out, no big deal. But they're the rough cuts. As you see, the third one we actually cleaned him up, but it just about can't quite slide down her, but it just about fits down her. So that's the rough cut. So now we'll take it after this now, and we'll get the dog grinder and just clean them all up, get them fitting so they're sliding down into it, and bring them over. But so what it looks like we're going to do so far is they're going to do put the 3 of them on here, tack 3 of them on, leave this one for now. So it finds out how far we got to tip this out, and then we got to still got unbolted to push the piece out through. So it should be fine to put these 3 on. So that's what we do next, and we'll take a look then. So that's how it's done. So we drop them down here. You've got to remember to go in the pieces, they'll all be sort of, try to tip them forward a little bit. So we want some a little bit snug. So we get them up, we lay them in the manifold, and we'll mark around here. And if there's anything, sure we're going to be able to see. It's got a little light there. See it sticking down a bit in the inside of it there. So if there's anything, when you can lay them in place, you can haul them back up, mark them around top, and you can chop off what's existing down inside the pipe. So we'll lay them in place on the cylinder head, and we'll do just that. So the log manifold is laid on with our hangers straight. Piece back up and down here, straight. So all we do now is we take these. You may fall down while I let them go, but pull them up here like so. And all you do now is you mark around them here to see how much is sticking down there. So take the Sharpie. Might as well mark this one too. See where we're at. So we'll just pop the manifold off for a second now. And we'll just see how back them for a second. We'll pull these off. And you can see we we'll chop a bit off. It's not a huge amount, so we'll pull them off and trim up what we don't need, and then we'll get ready to pack them in. So anyway, we get it done. We just get the piece cut off that was stuck down, lay it down the manifold, pick it up, push it against the head, turn it. Back there. And tack there. So now we actually we went up the road and managed to get a turbocharger with a T4 flange. So what we'll do now, we're going to tack this on a little bit better so none of this moves, and we're going to mount the flange on the turbocharger and bolt this onto the truck and just see where it fits onto it. And that way we'll know what way to clock it before it makes this last pipe here. There we go. As you can see, we have the turbo manifold on, and that doesn't line up with that at all. So we got to rotate 90-degree weld elbow. You see she's bolted on there, she's clearing there. It looks okay. Just we got to rotate the other one now. We'll rotate it to where we probably have to add on to it as well, but we get her ticked out, and then get the angle right before we got to the last piece of putty. Okay, in case you didn't see that anyway, this is round 3. So I'll get the light a little better. So there's the turbo flange. Before we had it, couldn't even access the oil cap. Yeah, lots of room there for the oil cap. And we have to clacking it twice since then to get it over there. If you look at it, yeah, you pop around there pretty nice. So that's what we'll do. We'll take it now and we'll weld that on, and then we'll take the flange off and put the flange where you got to put it. So we're working on the final tube, and we clean up all the slag down there. But when we get this hole, it's kind of elongated because it's going in around an angle. So now we just put that into there. See over here, I have a marked here for someone going to take out of it. And I'll put it back a bit, but we ran a line around here showing where we're going to cut it there as well. So we'll cut this off, fit this piece, and then that'll be the final tube for the manifold. Okay, so this is a look at the manifold. We had the band clamp for on. All the welding is done. Turbo flange on it. We actually put some supports for the turbo flange. And that's it. So we're just we welded it, and while it was on the cylinder head, and we had a blowgun here. We were cooling the welds down as we were welding it to keep most of the heat out from warping and that. But yeah, that's it. Alright, here we go. There's the turbocharger. Like that. And it's in place. Got supports on the flange. And that's the manifold on. See the two heater hoses comes out of the firewall there, and there's lots of room to attach them there. I can't really see it being in the way of anything. There's nothing else goes on the motor. Like I said, the wire net goes right here, the heater hose goes right here. I think that's all we're using. The alternator goes over there. So that's pretty well it. So that's the end of the turbo manifold build for that one. You still got to finish welding up the other side. But I think I got about probably $120 into all the materials, and probably about 4 hours to do both manifolds, because I've done one for the other side too. So there you go. That's how you build one and make one, and it's surprisingly easy. Don't let the use of the plasma cutter stop you. I mean, if you had an oxyacetylene torch to blow the holes down through that, it'll work just as good. Or if you had enough to use hole size too, but like I said, I figured I'd go through more hole size than I would at the plasma cutter and that. So, but there you go, nice and easy. So next time, this is Bernie, and we'll see you later.